This is not a drill. Three of the biggest automakers just did the unthinkable. Toyota, GM, and Subaru have revealed brand new pickup trucks for under $10,000. In an age where trucks are crossing $70,000 price tags like it's normal, these budget pickups are flipping the script and shaking up the entire industry. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a small business owner, or just tired of ridiculous markups, what's coming in 2026 might be exactly what you've been waiting for. Stick around, because you won't believe what these cheap trucks are actually offering. Toyota is back at it again, and this time, they're reaching deep into their global roots to bring a true work truck back to the masses. The star of the show is a production version of their IMV Zero platform, a modular, boxy, affordable pickup truck that's already making waves overseas. Originally developed for cost-sensitive markets in Southeast Asia and Latin America, Toyota has now greenlit this stripped-down, ultra-functional pickup for global distribution, including North America. What makes this pickup so revolutionary isn't just the $10,000 price tag. It's the sheer versatility and no-frills practicality baked into its design. We're talking about a ladder-frame chassis that's built tough, a compact but functional cargo bed, a single or double cab configuration, and just enough creature comforts to make it livable. Manual windows, basic climate control, anti-lock brakes, and power steering. That's it. And that's exactly the point. Toyota says this truck is designed to be a blank canvas for builders, delivery drivers, off-roaders, and anyone who just needs a tough, affordable, reliable machine. And here's the kicker. It's not electric, not hybrid, just a simple gas or diesel engine with excellent fuel economy. Toyota is betting on longevity and upfit potential, making this a modern-day Land Cruiser light, or what some are calling the new Hilux for the poor man. Now let's talk about the real shocker, General Motors. In a move nobody saw coming, GM is jumping into the affordable pickup space with a sub-$10K truck aimed squarely at city dwellers, gig workers, and budget-conscious families. It's small, it's light, and it's extremely affordable. According to leaked internal memos and concept images, GM's new entry-level pickup, expected to wear the Chevrolet badge, is being engineered on a unibody platform, likely shared with either the Chevy Trax or the discontinued Spark. Think of it as a modern-day return to the philosophy behind the El Camino or the S10, simple, versatile, and built to be used, not admired. The truck will likely feature a turbocharged three-cylinder engine with either front-wheel drive or optional AWD, delivering just enough power for city and light utility use. But the real selling point is the price. GM wants to undercut all competition by going under $10,000, betting on high-volume fleet sales and young buyers priced out of traditional trucks. And while it won't come with leather seats or wireless charging, it will come with solid crash safety, a small touchscreen, backup camera, and decent tech for basic connectivity. This truck isn't about towing boats or hauling cattle. It's about running your delivery route, commuting affordably, or taking on weekend home projects without needing a second mortgage. GM sees this as a market nobody's touching, and they're ready to own it. And just when you thought things couldn't get more interesting, enter Subaru, the brand known for symmetrical AWD, boxer engines, and quirky loyalists. Subaru is reportedly developing a compact, rugged, ultra-budget pickup truck for 2026 that will likely fall below the $10,000 mark. Designed with youth, outdoor adventurers, and micro-business owners in mind, this pickup blends Subaru's signature go-anywhere DNA with compact practicality. Early renders suggest it will be based on the Crosstrek or Impreza platform, making it essentially a car-based pickup with enhanced ground clearance and rugged body cladding. Unlike the Toyota or GM models, Subaru's version leans into fun and lifestyle rather than sheer utility. Expect a 2.0-liter flat-4 engine, standard AWD, and a lightweight rear bed just big enough for bikes, camping gear, or garden supplies. Inside, the cabin will be minimalist but functional. Rubberized flooring, washable surfaces, and an intuitive dashboard with physical controls. Subaru says this isn't about load capacity, it's about freedom. A small truck you can take to the trails, the beach, or a local campsite without worrying about price or premium features. At $9,500, it could undercut even most compact crossovers while offering more utility and more personality. And given Subaru's rabid fan base, this thing could become a cult classic overnight. So what are we seeing here? In a time where truck prices are ballooning and automakers are focused on electrification, these three brands, Toyota, GM, and Subaru, have decided to go back to basics. Back to a time when trucks were tools first and toys second. These under $10,000 pickups are more than just affordable vehicles. They represent a rebellion against the overpriced, over-optioned trucks clogging today's market. Toyota is bringing us a global utility beast built for the working class. GM is carving out a niche for city-smart drivers who need utility without the weight. And Subaru is giving us a whimsical, off-road capable trucklet that's fun, cheap, and adventurous. The question now is, will consumers respond? Are Americans ready to embrace minimalist, budget trucks again? Or have we been too spoiled by luxury features and tech packages? Either way, 2026 is shaping up to be the year the pickup truck gets democratized once again. If you've been waiting for a truck you can actually afford, your time may have finally come. You might be wondering, why are these trucks coming now, and how are they so cheap? The answer lies in a perfect storm of market forces, strategic pivots, and global pressure. Automakers are facing massive backlash for abandoning affordable vehicles. Consumers are fed up with $1,000 a month car payments and bloated trucks with features they never use. The rise of budget EVs from China, economic uncertainty in developing countries, and collapsing demand for overpriced trucks are forcing global brands to rethink everything. Toyota, GM, and Subaru are all pivoting away from the bigger is better philosophy and instead focusing on high-volume, low-margin vehicles for working-class and first-time buyers. They're also leveraging existing platforms and simplifying supply chains, cutting out unnecessary tech, luxury materials, and expensive R&D. And with global ambitions, they're spreading development costs across Asia, Africa, South America, and now North America. The goal isn't to make the most profitable truck per unit. It's to make the most accessible truck for the most people and win back the market they forgot. Ford, Ram, Hyundai, and even Tesla, they're all watching this closely. And frankly, they should be nervous. These cheap trucks are forcing a massive pricing rethink across the industry. Ford's Maverick, once considered affordable, now starts near $25,000, while Ram has no truly low-cost pickup in its lineup. Tesla's Cybertruck is a premium toy. Even Hyundai's Santa Cruz is positioned as a lifestyle vehicle, not a budget workhorse. If these new Toyota, GM, and Subaru models sell well, expect a ripple effect. Ford may revive its global Ranger mini truck for U.S. markets. Stellantis might dust off Fiat Strata for a U.S. launch. And Chinese brands like BYD and Geely could rush in with electric mini trucks priced below $15,000. In other words, the big boys have been coasting on luxury pricing, and these underdogs just lit a fire under them. One question we keep hearing, will these budget pickups go electric? Not yet, but don't be surprised if that changes by 2026. Right now, EV powertrains are still too expensive to meet the $10,000 price target. Battery costs, charging infrastructure, and regulatory hurdles are all pushing up EV prices. But Toyota is experimenting with solid-state batteries. GM is refining its Ultium platform, and even Subaru is working with Toyota on shared EV tech. We could see electric variants of these trucks in the future, especially for urban delivery use or fleet customers. A sub-$20K electric pickup may be the next frontier, but for now, these gas-power models are about getting functional, affordable transportation into the hands of millions right now, not 5 years from now. Let's get real. Who are these trucks actually built for? It's not the weekend warriors or the Instagram truck flexers. These trucks are for farmers who need a dependable tool, for college students who can't afford Tacoma, for gig workers and delivery drivers who just need to move stuff without blowing half their income on car payments, for people in rural areas where public transport doesn't exist, and for anyone tired of being locked out of vehicle ownership because automakers have been chasing high profit margins instead of real-world needs. These pickups are about accessibility, reliability, and freedom, something the auto industry has slowly forgotten. And if these companies get it right, they might just awaken a brand new generation of loyal drivers. Believe it or not, these trucks aren't just some North American experiment. They're part of a global revolution. Toyota's IMV Zero is already rolling out in Thailand, India, and South Africa with huge success. GM's Developing Markets division has been working on similar budget vehicles for Latin America and Southeast Asia for years, and now it's finally making its way to the U.S. And Subaru, their K-Truck DNA goes back decades in Japan. These pickups have already proven their value overseas. They're cheap to fix, easy to drive, and versatile enough to be used as ambulances, mobile shops, farm vehicles, or even tiny camper rigs. So what we're seeing in 2025 isn't just a U.S. story. It's part of a much bigger shift where global design, manufacturing, and simplicity are finally coming together to challenge bloated, domestic-only truck culture. That's the billion-dollar question. Is this a bold new beginning or a temporary gimmick? Automakers have teased cheap vehicles before, only to quietly kill them after 1 or 2 model years. But this feels different. The demand is real. The economy is uncertain. The average buyer is stretched thinner than ever. And the backlash against overpriced vehicles is growing louder by the day. If Toyota, GM, and Subaru can prove that there's real profit in mass-market simplicity, and if buyers show up in big numbers, we could be at the dawn of a new pricing model for vehicles across the board. This isn't just about pickups. It's about redefining value in the entire automotive world. Now, let's talk customization, because just because these trucks are cheap doesn't mean they're boring. In fact, their affordability is what makes them some of the most moddable vehicles on the market. Toyota's IMV Zero platform is literally designed to be modular, meaning you can swap the rear bed for a food truck setup, camper, mobile mechanic station, or even a solar-powered vending rig. GM City Pickup is expected to support aftermarket racks, toolboxes, overland kits, and more, thanks to its unibody strength and standard roof rails. And Subaru's off-road mini pickup? That's just begging for a lift kit, light bar, and all-terrain tires. With a price tag under $10,000, you have tons of budget left over to build out your dream rig without draining your wallet. Whether you're going for a rugged overlander, a city delivery beast, or a mini adventure mobile, these trucks give you the platform and the freedom to get creative. Let's break down how these trucks can serve in real life, because function is where they shine. Imagine you're a small business owner, maybe a plumber, a handyman, or a local delivery driver. Instead of leasing a $40,000 van, you could buy one of these trucks outright for under $10,000 and customize it for your business. A carpenter could slap on a canopy and hit the job site. A food vendor in a small town could upfit the IMV Zero into a rolling kitchen. A farmhand could use Subaru's mini pickup to haul feed, tools, or small livestock crates. GM's compact model would be perfect for gig workers doing Instacart, Uber Eats, or DoorDash in crowded cities. Even people in suburban or rural areas who just need a second vehicle for chores. These pickups are exactly the kind of solution the market has been missing. They're not oversized status symbols. They're practical tools for everyday life. Of course, we got to talk trade-offs. When you're paying under $10,000 for a brand new pickup, you're not getting luxury or even mid-level comfort. No heated seats, no adaptive cruise, no giant screens or built-in navigation. Most of these trucks will have hard plastics, crank windows, basic radios, and steel wheels. They may only come in a few color options. You might see just one USB port. But here's the thing. You're not losing value. You're skipping gimmicks. These trucks prioritize what really matters: reliability, utility, affordability. For many drivers, that's a fair trade. These aren't designed to compete with a $60,000 Ford F-150 Lariat or a loaded Tacoma. They're here to offer something those trucks forgot: affordable independence. One of the reasons these trucks can hit such an aggressive price point is where they're being built. Toyota's IMV Zero truck is being produced in Thailand and India, where labor costs are lower and the supply chain is optimized for affordability. GM's compact pickup is expected to be assembled in Mexico or Brazil, where they already manufacture low-cost cars like the Chevy Onyx and Tracker. Subaru may use its Japanese production facilities or even partner with Toyota for manufacturing in Southeast Asia. And here's the kicker. There are early rumors that these trucks could be imported to North America using special low-cost assembly strategies like CKD, completely knocked-down kits assembled locally in low-cost regional hubs. That means fewer tariffs, faster delivery, and even more cost savings passed on to buyers. Global production isn't a disadvantage. It's the key that unlocks affordability without cutting corners on durability. So, when can you actually get your hands on one? Toyota is planning a full launch of the IMV Zero in global markets by mid-2025, with pilot sales already underway in Asia. North America could see a debut at the LA Auto Show or Detroit in early 2025, followed by availability in Q3. GM's subcompact pickup is still under wraps, but production insiders expect a summer 2025 launch with early dealer demos by April. Subaru's project is in the most secretive phase right now, but based on development timelines, we could see a concept by spring and sales by fall 2025. So yes, it's happening next year. This isn't a 5-year future vision. This is around the corner, and the timing couldn't be more perfect as the demand for affordable vehicles skyrockets worldwide. Now let's hear from you, because the community has been fired up about these trucks. Let's talk about the true cost of ownership, because the sticker price is just the beginning. One of the biggest advantages of these sub-$10K pickups is what you'll save over time. Insurance premiums for smaller, low-power trucks are often 30 to 40% lower than full-size pickups or SUVs. Fuel economy? These trucks are light, have small engines, and most models are expected to return over 35 to 40 mpg, which is unheard of in the truck world. Repairs? You're not dealing with air suspension, touchscreens in the fenders, or 48 ECU-controlled systems. These trucks are built to be basic, and that's a blessing. Simple mechanical parts, cheap tires, and DIY-friendly maintenance mean you'll save thousands in upkeep. Forget about $1,000 oil changes or $2,500 infotainment fixes. These are trucks you can wrench on in your garage. Over 5 years, you could easily save $15,000 to $20,000 compared to owning a modern full-size pickup. That's not just affordable, that's financial freedom. Here's something you might not expect. Dealers are already buzzing with demand for these models, even though they haven't hit lots yet. Reports out of Southeast Asia and Latin America show waiting lists forming for Toyota's IMV Zero and long lead times for upfitted versions. In the U.S., dealers in rural and working-class regions are begging for stripped-down, sub-$20K trucks. And when word of these $10,000 models spreads, expect a surge. Why? Because these trucks are not meant to sit on lots. They'll be bought instantly by farmers, contractors, delivery services, and even municipalities. Some dealers are even planning to build package bundles, offering upfit kits, toolboxes, or fleet discounts to small business owners. Bottom line, if you want one, get in line early. These are going to sell out fast, and supply could be limited in the first 12 to 18 months, depending on production capacity. Anytime a new low-cost vehicle enters the market, skeptics raise the question, are they safe? Are these $10,000 trucks skipping vital safety tech to hit that price point? The answer is no, and here's why. Global regulations have changed. Toyota, GM, and Subaru are all preparing these pickups for markets like the US, Canada, and Europe, which means they'll meet strict crash test standards, include basic electronic stability control, and offer mandatory features like airbags, ABS, and backup cameras. These aren't back-alley projects. They're corporate-backed vehicles designed for volume sales and long-term viability. In fact, Toyota has already confirmed that its IMV Zero will comply with U.S. safety regulations, and GM is working on a version of its compact truck with reinforced crumple zones and modern airbag systems. You're not getting autonomous driving or lane-centering tech, but you're getting a truck built with integrity, not shortcuts. For years, the used truck market has been the only option for buyers on a budget. But what happens when brand new trucks are suddenly available at used car prices? That's a massive disruption. Imagine you're choosing between a 10-year-old F-150 with 130,000 miles and rust on the fenders, or a brand new Toyota pickup with a factory warranty for $9,995. It's no contest. These new models could crash used truck values almost overnight, especially for older compact trucks that have been commanding inflated prices due to lack of new inventory. Dealers who've been flipping 2008 Rangers and Colorados for $14,000 are going to have a hard time explaining why they cost more than a brand new Subaru mini truck with 0 miles. These new pickups won't just compete with new vehicles. They'll also destroy inflated used car prices in their category. Selling a $10,000 truck isn't just about building it. It's about marketing it correctly. Expect to see aggressive grassroots campaigns. Toyota is planning to position the IMV Zero as a work partner, not a lifestyle vehicle.